How do we measure velocity? Well, if we have a car traveling at a constant velocity from point A to point B, and we know the distance from point A and B is 200 feet, and the time the car traveled between these points was 5 seconds, then we can calculate the velocity of the car by dividing the distance it traveled by the time it took to travel this distance. Therefore, velocity is a measurement of distance divided by time. Let's do another problem. If we know the car is traveling at 40 feet per second, and it takes 3 seconds to travel from point B to point C, then what is the distance between B and C? Well, we know that the car travels 40 feet every second, and it was traveling for 3 seconds. So, we can calculate the distance by multiplying the velocity times the time, giving us a distance of 120 feet. Hence, distance traveled equals velocity times time. Let's try another problem. How long would it take this car to travel from point C to point D if we know the distance from C and D is 240 feet? Well, to do this, we need to divide the distance traveled by the distance the car is traveling every second, which means we divide the distance by the velocity, which gives us a fractional division problem, which we can convert into a multiplication problem and solve. This gives us a time of 6 seconds. So to calculate time traveled, we take distance traveled and divide it by velocity.